So hi, I'm Janice Saunders, CEO of Collaskins. And what we do at Collaskins is we take natural resource byproduct and we make useful, viable products out of it. We concentrate mainly, we specialize in the fishing industry of Newfoundland. So I grew up in the fishing industry, and I remember when the cod moratorium hit Newfoundland, and it was devastating. My family was lucky. We were able to pivot from cod to crab and survive, but not a lot of people did. They had to leave home, move away, and a lot never ever came back. I left home after high school, like most kids my age, is what we did. You had to leave to find work or go to school. There was nothing there. After 20 years managing restaurants here in Ontario, actually, I wanted something with purpose. I wanted to make a difference in the world, and I just didn't know how to do it, so I went home to try and find it. I know a lot of restaurants have major waste issues with food, but when it comes to fishing and farming in Newfoundland, it's in a league of its own. You can't compare anything to the waste made in the fishing industry. I met Ben, our founder, and started working from home making pet treats. We upcycled fish waste into pet treats, one ingredient healthy pet treats. I earned a living wage and more time with my kids. We developed a deep understanding of the supply and market problems in the pet companies. We have the resources that they want, and they have the markets that we need. Without secure supply from towns like mine, even the most successful pet brands can't grow fast enough, and they burn a lot of gas trucking frozen byproduct to centralized processing plants. Upcycling the skins, heads, bones, and guts in the community it's harvested from makes sense for everyone, especially the environment. So the seafood first approach has failed to build valuable markets for 60% of the cod, because 60% of a cod is waste, despite exclusive control of the resource for centuries. At Collaskins, we match the cod byproduct with circular, clean technologies to make premium health products for people and pets. We learned to upcycle that 60% into collagen, pet treats, and compost, and we built our markets in only 3 years. Our byproduct first approach to food, founded in circularity, creates more wealth from the fish we're already harvesting without bigger quotas. Our laser focus to invent and own the best available technologies for byproduct results in 10 times more profit from the same amount of fish. I've watched barges full of fish go into the bay back in Newfoundland and just dump it in the ocean. And then the wind would change and everything would get blown back in again. And so plant workers who already process this waste have to go on the beach and clean it up. I've seen it happen many times, and it's a waste. The same healthy proteins, oils, vitamins, and minerals that are found in food are found in the byproduct as well. And a $350 billion pet market can't get enough of it. In a byproduct first fishery, companies with the best tech and most valuable markets create the most wealth from the resource, not companies with the biggest quota. Our byproduct first approach can work in any farming and fishing community. Our strategy transforms the value chain of food into a much more valuable bioingredients industry, one step at a time, earning more profits at each step. Upcycling resources at the source has real, tangible economic benefits. Our bootstrap startup has already diverted 500 tons of food byproducts from landfills, with revenue of $2 million, investing over $1 million into R&D in the past 3 years. Imagine our model, scaled across the entire food manufacturing sector, one where food processors ask, how can we make our byproduct more valuable than the food? We believe the future of food is pharma, but it hasn't been easy. Big retailers control market and access, and they squeeze their distributors and co-packers. Processors have exclusive control over the byproducts. Most people say, why wouldn't they sell you their waste instead of paying to get rid of it? But we know it's not true. Processors want to make the most money for the least amount of risk and effort. Technology owners who make their waste more valuable than the seafood are viewed and treated as a threat to the status quo. And trust me, I know. We've come across this many times trying to do what we're doing. Big Food seems to be using their supply control in the same way that Big Oil used theirs, to slow the change to renewable energies and to control it. Under the status quo, technology owners have two choices: sell out or risk being eaten alive by sharks. Surviving shark attacks has only strengthened our resolve and forged alliances with fishers and workers. Our natural resources have been undervalued and overexploited for too long. We have Fogo, Torngat, and Labrador Shrimp Union. They prove that cooperative fisheries work. The town donates the land, the not-for-profit supplies the building and equipment. Government puts in startup capital, a community-owned quota, and processing license. We license our technologies to the co-op, and the co-op makes and sells its products back to us for our markets. Supply and capacity profits are reinvested into the town to grow the co-op and offset worker incomes in bad seasons. Harvesters and workers earn a bigger piece of the pie, with year-round jobs not relying on EI to survive like many Newfoundlanders do. Towns are paid a royalty by Collaskins for using their resources and invest in services and infrastructure to attract and retain people. The environment wins when we use the whole fish. It gets processed fresh, never frozen, using less energy and water, and doesn't create fuel emissions trucking water weight to centralized plants. There's 80% water weight in frozen byproduct when it's shipped. We process at the site, and we remove all of that water weight before we ship it. The seafood gets sold locally and affordably, and outside money flows in from the valuable exports made from the byproducts. More income, better schedules, better work life, and no more turnarounds, bringing about better mental and physical health and relationships. Newfoundlanders, a lot of them rely on fly in and out work. They leave for 2 weeks, come back for a week. It's very hard on families, your mental health, your physical health. It's a very tough way to live. Collaskins has committed itself to helping towns like mine grow and thrive, not just survive. Most important to me, though, is inspiring Newfoundlanders to come home, proving that there's something worth coming back for. When I said people left and never came back, that's true. They come back to retire because there was no work. There was nothing there for them. But we want to change that. My parents and kids are proud of the work we're doing to build a better future for our community. And I feel proud too. I finally found that purpose I've been looking for. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. I think it was a great way to end our presentation.